So, good morning, plus one. Today we are to discuss about the data types that are available in Python programming. Okay. So, Python programming has some built-in core data types, right? Data type means what type of operation is associated with the variable. What type of data a variable can contain. Whether my variable has numeric data with whole number, numeric data with fractional number, or character or string. Okay. So in Python, we have these five main categories of data type: numbers, string, list, tuple, and dictionary. Right? Let us first of all discuss about number data type. Now, number data type, by name, it is very much clear, a data type which contain numbers. The data is in numeric form, right? So in the number data type, we have three type of numbers: integers, floating point numbers, and complex numbers. Complex numbers you are already doing in your mathematics subject. Clear? Integers are those data types which are in whole numbers, like number without fractions: 1, 2, 3, 0, -1, -2, -10, 54, 68. All these numbers where we do not include fractional part, the whole number, that comprises of integer data type. That comes under the integer data type. All right. So integers can be positive, it can be negative, right? If no symbol is attached, by default the numbers are positive, right? Now I just open the Python window in front of you and practically we study each data type. Beta, is Python window visible? Are both the windows parallel visible, MS Word window and Python window? Yes, students. All right. So for example, I have a variable X. I am giving the value 20. Now 20 is an integer value. The X variable is holding a value of type integer. When you will print X, 20 will get print. Similarly, you can have -4. When you print Y, the negative integer gets print. Okay, right? Am I clear? Now, integer data type in turn is of two types. Integer data type in turn is of two types. Integers signed. Beta, integers signed means the normal integers that you just studied in Python right now, like 20, -4, any other number, the normal integer, whether positive, whether negative, right? Now, what about the Boolean type? Beta, Boolean type means two values, true or false. 1 represents true, 0 represents false, right? Am I clear? Suppose you evaluate any expression and result comes 1, that is true, especially in the case of relational operators where we do comparison. There are such operations in programming whose result is either true or false. Like for example, I just show you here in the Python program. Suppose A is 12 B is 13. You might have studied before and after, less than, greater than in your lower classes. A more than B. Result is false. Because value of A is 12, value of B is 13, and we are comparing the value of A with the value of B. 12 is not more than 13. So result evaluates to false. False means 0. Now see the next expression. B more than A. It evaluates to true because B is 13. 13 is obviously more than 12. So such comparisons, such operations in Python programming whose result is either true or false are covered here in this aspect. Now, if I say A equal to B, in Python programming or in C++, in C language, when you want to show comparison of equal to, the symbol is double equal to sign. When you take single equal to, that is assignment operator. You are assigning the value of, this means you are assigning the value of B to variable A. आप B वेरिएबल की वैल्यू A में असाइन कर रहे हो. If I say A equal to B, this means you are comparing the value of A with B, that whether A is equal to B or not. I hope the difference in two statement is clear. A equal to B, A equal to B. Now result is false because 12 is not equal to 13. Right? Clear? So you have, if you want to evaluate the value of 0 and 1, you can use the bool function. When you type bool of 0, it will give the value false. When you say bool function value 1, it will give the value true. Clear? Now, next function is, this was the bool function. Next function, the inbuilt function in Python is str. Beta, str function stands for string function. Whatever you pass in the bracket of str function, it converts it into string. String, you know, na? Collection of characters in single quote or double quote. Like for example, your name is a string. Okay? So whatever you write in the str function will convert it into string. How? I just prove it right now. I say str false. See, it has converted it into string by printing it in single quotes. I say str 12. 12 is a numeric figure. 12 was a numeric number, right? A numeric figure. Now it has converted into string. अब ये 12 numeric नहीं रहा, अब ये 12 string बन गया. Am I clear? Class, am I clear up till here? With the use of bool function and the use of str function. Okay. There is one more function in Python. If you want to know the data type of the variable, that what type of value my variable is holding, there is one function type. There is one function type. type function will display the data type of the variable. For example, see this a variable. Can anybody tell me, is it an integer value or float value? Yes, raise your hand for the answer. Is 12 integer or float value? Yes, 11th class. Is 12 a integer value or a floating value? Just now you have studied integers, number without fractions. Why response is not coming up? Yes, Devanshi, unmute yourself.
Sir, integer value.
Integer. Now see here, if you want to check the data type of the variable, type function, pass the variable here as a parameter. See here, class int. This means data type of the variable is integer. Whenever you will check the data type using the type function, Python will display output like this. Okay, now tell me, what type of value X is holding? What type of value X is holding? Yes, Riddhi, unmute yourself.
Floating integer.
No, it is only float, not floating integer. Only float, bete, not floating integer. Float data type is a data type that consists of number with fractions. I say number 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. They are integers. But float data type has more range, more coverage than integer. Number between 1 and 2, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. These numbers are not covered in integer. These numbers are covered by using the data type float. अगर हम इंटीजर की बात कर रहे हैं तो 1 और 2 है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, पर अगर हम फ्लोट की बात कर रहे हैं तो 1 और 2 के बीच में जितने नंबर आते हैं वो भी सारे कवर हो जाते हैं. So range of float data type is more than the range of integer data type. Okay, am I clear? Now, floating point numbers. Just now I have told you number with fractions, number which have the decimal part, right? For example, in mathematics, you have in mathematics and science subject, you have so many measurable quantities: temperature, velocity, distance, area, perimeter, right? So these values which normally comes in the decimals, we prefer to have float data type in them, right? Now, what are the advantages of float numbers over integers? What are the advantages of float data type over integers? First advantage is they can represent value between integers. Just now I told you, अगर मैं इंटीजर की बात कर रहा हूं तो सीधा होल नंबर है 1 या 2, 3 या 4, 5 या 6. पर अगर मैं फ्लोट की बात कर रहा हूं, इफ आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ फ्लोट, आई हैव नंबर विच लाइज between 3 and 4, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, like this. Okay. Second advantage is they have more greater range as compared to integers. Clear? Now see here in Python programming. If I say x equal to 12 and I say y equal to 12.0, now tell me the data type of x and data type of y. Tell me the data type of x and data type of y. Yes, Diya?
X is integer, Y is floating.
Very good. Very nice. X is integer, Y is float. We can check over here. Type X, class integer. Type Y, class float. Am I clear, class? All right. Now comes your complex numbers. Beta, complex number as per your mathematics is a number in the form a plus bi, where I is an imaginary number. I is an imaginary number. Okay, means it is equal to the square root of -1. Your I is equal to the value of under root -1. Now complex number contain both real and imaginary number. Now in this expression, a plus bi, a and b are the real numbers. I is the imaginary number. In Python programming, the imaginary number is represented by j, not I. In Python, the imaginary part of the complex number is represented by j. Okay, am I clear? And Python considers the complex numbers as a part of floating point numbers, right? Am I clear? Now see here, I just put one expression in front of you. C equal to 1.1 plus 5.2j, and I say print C. Now see here, why the number has come inside the bracket, why the complex number when printed comes inside the bracket. See the real part 1.1, if it is non-zero, it will come inside the bracket. If the real part is non-zero, it will be print inside the brackets. Now next, I say D. Now see here, if the real part is zero, the complex number will not be enclosed inside the brackets. Am I clear with this concept? Now comes string. Beta, to understand the string, I would like to give you one very live example from your daily life. Okay, you might be having your chemistry book. Suppose chemistry book is in front of you and you have total 16 chapters. Consider the situation carefully. You have a chemistry book in front of you which consists of 16 chapters. Now tell me, what will be the index of first chapter? When you open the index page, what will be the index of first chapter? Yes, who will tell me? When you open the index page, what number is given to the first chapter? Yes, Kavya?
Number 1, chapter 1.
Chapter 1. Okay. Remain unmuted, Kavya. What will be the index of the last 16th chapter?
So 16, chapter
16.
16.
Okay. One more example, Kavya. You have 50 students in your class. What will be the roll number of first child?
So roll number 1.
1. Very obvious. And 50 is the roll number of last child. Clear?
Yes.
Now imagine you have 50 students, but roll number 1 is not roll number 1. Roll number 1 is 0. First child is having roll number 0. What will be the last roll number?
So 49.
n minus 1. Think mathematically. N minus 1, 50 minus 1, 49. Clear? Plus 1. आप ये इमेजिन करो कि आपकी क्लास में जो पहला रोल नंबर है वो 0 है, तो लास्ट रोल नंबर 49 ही हो गया ना। अब यही एग्जाम्पल को अपनी केमिस्ट्री की बुक में ले आओ। योर फर्स्ट चैप्टर इज नॉट नंबर 1, योर फर्स्ट चैप्टर इज हैविंग इंडेक्स 0. What will be the index of the last chapter? Yes, Devanshi.
Sir, 15.
15. 0 to 15, total are 16. All those to whom the concept is clear, raise your thumb immediately. Let me see how many are present. Jatin, no response from your side, counted as absent today. Ashutosh, Arshpreet, no response. 11th B, Harnoor, no response. Mayank Kalra, no response. Harshnur, no response. All right. Now, string in Python is a collection of characters. ये string के characters हैं. Every individual letter M, U, M, B, A, I, every individual letter is having one index. जैसे आपका नाम है, ओके, गुरजोत, GURJOT, जी का इंडेक्स होगा, यू का इंडेक्स होगा, आर का इंडेक्स होगा, जे का इंडेक्स होगा, ओ का इंडेक्स होगा, टी का भी इंडेक्स होगा. द इंडेक्स ऑफ द फर्स्ट लेटर जी as per the name Gurjot will be 0. See here carefully. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now tell me, what is the length of the string? What is the total length of the string? Yes, Riddhi?
6.
6. Very good. 6. No doubt, starting from 0 to 5. Indexing in the Python of indexing in the string in case of Python always starts from 0 in the case of forward indexing. This is forward indexing. ये आगे की ओर जा रहा है. Now start the backward indexing. Backward indexing starts from the last character. Backward indexing starts from last character and it starts from -1. Okay. If I say S of 0, what will get print? If I say S of 0, which letter will get print? This is called S of 0. Which letter will get print? Yes, Diya.
Sir, M.
M. Very good. Okay. Samriddhi, this question is for you. Unmute yourself. If I say S of -6, what will get print, Samriddhi?
Sir, M.
Very good. Okay. This question is for... I would like to unmute Manjot. Manjot, unmute yourself, bete.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Manjot, what will be printed S of -2?
Sir, A.
Very good, A. Shabash. This question is for Yashika. Yashika, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
S of 3.
B.
B. Very good. So I hope indexing is clear. Backward and forward. Forward indexing starts from 0. Backward indexing starts from -1. Okay? Am I clear? Now I come to Python for some practical questions. Okay. I'm typing one mathematical expression. Raise your hand for the answer. What this symbol stands for? Double asterisk. What this symbol stands for? Double asterisk. Yes, Himanshu, unmute yourself and tell me. Himanshu, unmute yourself.
हेलो सर आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, you are completely audible. You tell me what this symbol stands for.
सर
Yes,
सर भूल गया.
very strange. Power, exponent.
Okay.
3 raised to power 2. 3 raised to power 2. Answer will be 9. How many have understood this? How many have understood? All right. 4 power 2. What will be the answer? Yes, Harnoor Kaur, unmute yourself. Harnoor Kaur, 11th है, unmute yourself. Harnoor, am I audible to you? I think she is not attending the lecture. Gursirat, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer of this expression? 4 power 2.
Sir, 16.
16. Now see carefully. Whenever in expression you get 2 times the exponent symbol, 2 times the exponent operator, the evaluation starts from the right side, then it goes to the left. The area which I have shaded is the right side. Whenever such case comes, remember, evaluation starts from the right side, right to left, right to left. Okay? Now tell me the answer. फर्स्ट आंसर अगर हम इसको सॉल्व करें तो ये क्या बनेगा? 3 raised to power. Yes, Riddhi.
3 raised to power 9.
3 raised to power 9. 3 raised to power 9. So this is the answer. 19683 is the answer of 3 raised to power 9. You can check. Am I clear? Am I clear, students? All right, see here. Three power 2 power 3. Now in this case, first of all, bracket will be solved. First preference is given to the bracketed portion. Now tell me the answer. Yes, Devanshi.
Sir, 729.
729. Here, first of all, we will solve this bracketed portion. 3 raised to power 2. That is 9. Then it will come 9 raised to power 3. Am I clear, students? Yes, 11th class. Am I clear? All right. Another mathematical expression. 2 plus 4 minus 1. Let us start from the simple expression. 2 plus 4 minus 1 evaluates to? Yes, Diya?
Sir, 5.
5. All right. 3 into 2 minus 1. 3 into 2 minus 1. Yes, Imanshu? Unmute yourself.
Sir, 5.
5. Now in this expression, multiply operator is given preference. Okay? You have to see the preference order of the operators. Am I clear, 11th class? Now see. 2 plus 5 divide by 2. Divide is having more priority than addition. And remember 11th class, this divide operator will yield the result in decimal form. This is division operator, and result of division operator is in decimal form. Now answer is very much clear. I think no problem should come to any child. Yes, Kavya?
Sir, 4.5.
4.5. All right. Now I would like to unmute Gurjot Singh. Gurjot, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Gurjot, answer this question now. This is for you. Floor division.
Yes, sir.
आंसर इसका क्या होगा बेटे?
Sir, 3.5.
Gurjot, this is division operator. It displays the result in decimal. Floor division will also perform division, but it eradicates the decimal part. And division is given preference as compared to addition operator. I have given the very close hint. Now tell me the answer.
Sir, 3.
Gurjot, first you divide 5 by 2. What is the quotient? Ignoring decimal.
Sir, 4.
4. All right. 2 into 5. This. Now tell me the answer. Now tell me the answer. Yes. 5. Why 5? Multiply is solved first. 2 into 5, 10. Then 10 floor division 2. Okay. In this case, multiply is given preference. Right? And expression is solved from left to right. While solving the expression, we go left to right. This is right to left. Here we get left to right. 2 into 5, 10. 10 divided by 2, 5. Okay? Am I clear? Yes, class. Am I clear? Today lecture is totally clear to all of you.